Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope your day is going well. So CAF has decided to give the coach of the tournament of the Nations Cup to the Moroccan coach Walid Regragui, and I don't agree with it. I know my opinion doesn't count for much, but hey, I mean, we all know that this man is not the best coach of the tournament. I don't think he is. I think we have a number of coaches who even did better. Senegalese coach uh did better in my opinion. The only blemish on the Senegalese coach is what he did in the final when he ordered his players to walk out of the pitch and abandon the match because of the referee's decision to give Morocco a penalty in the dying minute. But aside from that, I thought the Senegalese coach was way instrumental for his side. Morocco did not really impress us. If we want to be honest with ourselves, they didn't really impress us. The Morocco that we used to know, back in 2022, that really pushed for the World Cup title. I think they reached the semi-finals. They played really well. We all loved that version of Morocco, but this version of Morocco that we saw in the recently concluded Nations Cup is really nothing to write home about, and especially because of the bias that officiating team was giving to them. So it's kind of was hard for we to even see their improvement. I think they have uh, um, regressed if you compare them with Morocco of 2022 in the World Cup. But that's nobody's business, because CAF has decided to do it. They'll do what they want to do, and of course, it's all about compensating Morocco. That's what I feel. It's all about compensating them for always showing up to save football in Africa in terms of bringing out their country a lot of money to save this competition by hosting them, because the last couple of years Morocco has been the one that uh, had been hosting the Nations Cup women's category, the male category, and all of that. So even recently, the CAF president Motsepe said that people always talk about Morocco this, Morocco that, the advantage is given to them here and there, but people don't realize that Morocco, does a lot to help football, in Africa. It speaks about Morocco being the only country that came out to agree to host a certain competition. I've forgotten the name, but he said that every time that CAF is pressed or are cornered, in terms of needing a country to step up to help them host competition, Morocco seems to be the country that steps up and and takes that responsibility. Every other country want to shy away from it. Every other country want to run away from it because they don't want to spend money. They don't want to, stress themselves and all of that. So this is what the president of CAF said by himself. So obviously that is an indirect way of saying that Morocco, uh, deserves some of these advantages. But let's shift a little bit from that and talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Of course, they've returned back to Nigeria. They landed, I think, early hours of today. Yeah, they landed early hours of today. Coach Chelle was spotted in Nigeria in the morning today, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next couple of uh, hours slash maybe days, because obviously he needs to have conversation with the NFF about his future. And as we know, um, Shell is reportedly is still interested to continue, as a Super Eagles head coach, and also NFF, uh, being represented by their president, also came out recently to say that they want to continue with the coach. So we expect a very positive, progressive talk between the two of them, but also we can expect the unexpected. If it doesn't go well, you know, then obviously they will have to part ways. But we'll just hold our horses and see what happens, regarding that one. As I said, There doesn't seem to be any kind of party for these guys, as they returned home. It was just very low key. Not even a lot of media covered it. I think Brilla FM, spotted Kuchariksha in Nigeria, but not a lot of people know about it. But it's going to be interesting to see how the talks between Kuchariksha and NFF goes in the next coming hours. But moving away, guys, we have a forgotten and a strange winger of the Super Eagles. I'm talking about Emmanuel Dennis. There's a very good news this on the front of this man right now because he has finally been signed by a certain uh, club side in Denmark. It's actually a very reputable club. It goes by the name Brøndby IF. They have decided to sign him and give him a 2-year contract after they uh, accepted him for trial for a whole week. So since last week, he had been on trial with the club, and finally he has spent that one and is going to stay with the club right now. He has expressed his joy, upon that completing that signature, and he has also said he's looking forward to uh, connecting with the fans, playing football matches and giving his 100% to make sure that he helps them with their ambition this season. This is Emmanuel's own word. He said, I'm very happy to have signed with the club. I've seen video clips of the fans. They have a lot of energy, and so do I. I really appreciate the club giving me this opportunity, and I am very excited to get started. Hopefully, we'll achieve great things together. The first week with the boys was fantastic. We found chemistry really quickly. They welcomed me so well that it felt like we had known each other for years. I could feel the love right away, and that made it even more attractive to me. Everyone was so nice and helpful, and I can't wait to play on the same pitch as them. That's what the man said. Remember, he's been out of job technically for several months. He hasn't played football leading up to this signature for Brøndby. So obviously, he's going to be very, very appreciative of this opportunity, and hopefully, he gets to show his quality, and then who knows, return back into top flight football and hopefully vie for sports with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So that's what it is. Big congrats to the man. And then there's also Victor Osimhen's reaction to their 1-1 draw against Atletico Madrid yesterday night in the UEFA Champions League. It was a very difficult match. Osimhen played the full 90 minutes of that match, but was unable to get his team ahead in that one. But his coach was very happy with him, with his performance, especially knowing that Osimhen really exerted himself at the Nations Cup and came back and also got slotted right in to play 90 minutes. So the coach was very pleased with him, and he says that Osimhen coming back is something that he's very happy about, and Osimhen will give them a lot of edge in their attacking area that they really missed him. This is why I say Victor Osimhen's return is very critical for us. Becomes very different with Osimhen and without Osimhen. I'm not just talking in terms of scoring goals. There are pressures in the game. Second balls he chases. We are also getting a lot of output from Icardi. He's scoring a lot of goals. So that's what Okan Buruk, the coach of Galatasaray, has had to say about Victor Osimhen. But Osimhen was honored to, even though it wasn't the result that they were expecting, or it wasn't the result that they wanted. Obviously, they would have wanted a win to boost their qualification in the round of 16. But Osimhen said it was a very difficult match, and Atletico Madrid are a tough side. They're one of the best teams in Europe. So he said it's kind of like an honor to play against Simeone's side and also be able to draw them. It just shows that it was a difficult match, and they are proud of their performances. He said that they will be hoping to, go all out and try to get the maximum point in their next Champions League game, which unfortunately comes up against Manchester City. Osimhen admits that this game against City is going to be very difficult, but they are focused and they will do what they can to get the job done. This is what he said. Man City is world's best teams. We'll focus first on the league, then on that match. It won't be easy, but I trust my team. We can also pull from something out from the middle. To like we need to play like we did against Atletico. That's what Osimhen said. Those are some of the reactions, guys. Of course, it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Eric Shell conversation will be with the NFF top bosses, concerning his future with the national team.